Oh, Jesus.
Look, I mean, it is rich, but because you've got all the crunchy textures and all the other textures, it actually just, it all works together. It's not overwhelming.
It's awful.
There's so many layers that my mouth is confused. I'm really scared.
You're going to get a recipe, so I think you just need to follow it accurately, be organised. You'll be able to pull it off.
So this is how you should assemble the cake. Just going to start off with the chocolate cake base. Just put that in the centre of the plate. Place the ring on the cake. Then the next step is taking the mousse. We're going to place that into the cake. And you have to sort of push the mousse up the sides of the ring. Okay, so then the next layer is the dacquoise that goes right down and you push it down. Okay, so it fits. And you want to pipe the ganache around the edge of the cake. Okay, so it's just coming right around the edge there. The next thing we're going to put on is the milk chocolate praline disc. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in. This is the milk chocolate and caramel cream. Just move the cake around and you put enough on so that it's all firm and packed down well. You need to blowtorch this briefly, but enough to get the metal ring off. If you do it too much, it's going to melt. So that's the thing that you need to be careful with. And the best way to do this is just come around the side and then move the ring around as you go. And this is the magic part, is make a little hole. And you're going to take out some of that cream.
Oh,
Okay, so we take out that cream. That makes the little hole for the chocolate sauce to fall into. So then you take your disc and you want to put that in the middle of the cake, just there. It's ready for the 8th texture. You just want to put a nice little bit on the middle there and you just let the magic happen.
Not bad.
Peter's shown you how to put together this 8-textured chocolate layer cake, but you have to make every single texture from scratch.
This is a huge task. And for this challenge, you get 3.5 hours. It seems like a long time, but it is gonna fly. Your time starts now.
I've slid the mould off the top and I can see it starting to ooze out a little bit on the sides.
It's just started to ooze down a bit.
So I'm just throwing it back in the fridge to just try and get a little bit of cold air around it.
You got 30 seconds to go. Go, boys! Got 30 seconds!
You have 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Your time's up.
Far out. Oh, yes, you're champion!
Wade's dish has collapsed and I can't believe it.
TK, what would you have liked to have done better?
I should have followed the recipe in the correct order. I think when I read it, I just thought, you know, what would be the easiest for me or what would be the most crucial and vital thing on the plate that would be difficult for me. So I made those first.
Do you think we should see whether or not the chocolate sauce does its job?
TK, thank you. We'll taste now.
Thank you.
Peter, what do you think?
Look, I mean, it's much firmer. She's got the chocolate mousse right, obviously. I'm a little bit worried about the chocolate disc on top. It looks a little thick and it's sort of starting to bloom again. So the tempering maybe wasn't quite 100% right, but overall, it's not too bad. Let's taste. Okay.
Well, you didn't really get that crack there on the chocolate, did you?
Not as quite. I just don't think the tempering is quite right on top there, to be honest. And yeah.
But the rest of the cake's holding together beautifully.
Oh, look at that. That's much better.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's holding together much better. Yeah, definitely haven't got that crack on the chocolate.
No.
I think the tempering's a bit off. It's soft, so that little disc of chocolate on the top wasn't tempered perfectly, but the sauce is good. I'm picking up the dacquoise in there. I've got the sponge on the bottom, the little cake on the bottom. I think she's done a really good job, and I think it held the shape well.
And with the textures, it's not so sweet.
It's a pity about the tempering of the chocolate on the top, but overall, you know, a real sense of textures, which is what we want.
Look, absolutely, you know, and she nailed the mousse, which is the most important part of keeping the cake together.
Let's get the final dish in.
Now, I'm going to show you one of my favourite drinks. I love skiing, and one of the best things you can have in a cold, up a cold mountain is a hot chocolate. But this hot chocolate is a Black Forest Gateau hot chocolate. So a few years ago, I did a whole show on Black Forest Gateau. Went to Germany, Baden-Baden. Oh, hello.
I heard Black Forest Gateau, so I thought,
Black
and I could
Forest
smell
Gateau.
chocolate, so I'm coming in. Carry on, good man.
Two most important things, Black Forest Gateau. It's chocolate, it's cherries, it's kirsch, it's cream. So what we're going to do, first off, in here, I made a ganache. I've used two different types of chocolate. One's got slightly citrusy notes, the other chocolate has got red fruit notes to it. Slightly plummy. And with the ganache, melt the chocolate, bring the milk up to a simmer, pour the milk onto the chocolate, and you end up with this ganache that is so, so creamy. We've also added some orange zest, some lime zest, a bit of grapefruit zest. We've added a little bit of coffee for the bitter notes, and then we've added some cherry sauce. So we've done that, we've infused that mixture, and that is basically our hot chocolate base. And on top of that, we're going to have a cream. For the cream, actually, Gaz, can I?
Yeah. So you've got a better specific white chocolate here?
Yes.
And just mix the whole thing?
Yeah, three-thirds. Once you've added, that's incorporated, Gaz, can you add some cream?
Yep.
Just some whipping cream. And once the cream's in, I'm going to add kirsch. Do you guys know what kirsch, tasted or smelled kirsch before?
Jamie is the barman, so I'm sure he knows what kirsch is, but for the rest of you, kirsch is a cherry brandy. Cream all at once?
Cream all at once, yep. For me, the smell of the Black Forest is kirsch. Absolutely kirsch. Amelia, once you smell that, can you come over and just chuck that in that bain-marie, please? And then finally, a bit of truffle oil.
Okay.
So we just put and then pop that into a siphon, and we'll keep that warm. That's going to be a warm white chocolate quiche and white truffle mousse to sit on top of the hot chocolate.
OK, Heston, I'll change the siphon while you get on with the cloud element.
In here, I have a mix of water that I've dissolved cocoa nibs and just left it for a few hours. Dissolve that and then added to that some more quiche and some chocolate liqueur. So this is going to form a cloud. It'll be a cloud of quiche, believe it or not, that sits on top of the chocolate, the white chocolate mousse. So making the cloud with one of these, it's a very special piece of kit called a cloud pourer. It's a beaker. The lid has a little basket underneath. So I'm popping into this little basket pieces of dry ice. Dry ice in there, pop that onto the lid, and then into this beaker pour the water, quiche, nib cocoa, and chocolate liqueur mix. So what should happen when you do this?
Oh my God.
There, you've got that smell. Oops.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh my God. See you later. What that is, it's just like boom. You know, there's chocolate, there's cherry, there's... You know, that was fantastic.
So pour the chocolate into the... And just putting it all together now. OK, so now...
It's like making an Irish coffee, Heston.
I know, I'm concentrating very hard. So squeeze the foam in. That's it. Then, on top of that, I'll just take a little bit of chocolate shavings. OK, so we've got the chocolate ganache infused with the quiche and the zest and the coffee, all served with a quiche cloud.
And we'll serve that with a shortbread biscuit on the side.
OK, so what I'll do, I'll come around this side. Do you want to take this? I shall pour and then go back and sit down. So hold the glass, that's it, now we'll pour the cloud on and then just sip through it.
I'll take glass. I'm going to sip this.
So now sip.
That's freaking incredible.
Should I pass it on?
No.
I'll
Yum.
always pour that way, yes, not that way, because you've got the liquid in, that's it.
Sure, go.
What a spectacular way to finish off Masterclass. And I think while you're finishing that off, boys, and going crazy, I think we should give a big round of applause for Heston for coming in. And here's to the finale, the finals week of MasterChef 2014. And here's to Heston Blumenthal. Brilliant stuff.
Get it on the plate. That's done. I pull the cookie dough pot straight out of the oven and straight onto the bench, hoping that I've done enough.
Breathe, Chloe, breathe.
Guys, 3 more minutes, that's it! Get it on the plate, come on!
I'm staring through the glass of the oven.
Are you feeling anxious up there?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh my God, I'm getting so nervous.
I'm afraid we're going to be a bit shortchanged on this one. We're not going to get the chocolate cookie dough pots done.
Oh my God, oh my God.
1 minute to go!
I'm trying to get my cookie dough cooked and just get a little bit of colour on it.
No! What are you doing?
great. My cookie dough didn't bake for long enough. I'm just really hoping that the brownie and the cheesecake are beautiful enough to keep me in the competition.
I've never felt that amount of pressure ever. Like, that was exhilarating, stressful, and now I want a nap.
That was amazing. I loved it. It wasn't easy. It's high intensity. I pushed my absolute limit. I feel really proud about what I've done today.
Out of the 4, I'm really happy with the olive oil chocolate mousse. It looks really beautiful on the plate. I'm most concerned about the white chocolate chip cookie dough pot. It doesn't look quite ripe.
I hope it's enough to keep me here.
I reckon that is one of the most chaotic, but also the most fun challenges we've had for a long time in the MasterChef kitchen, and all because of your chocolate feast. It's chaos, it was.
I know it was, but it was rather overwhelming. I feel it's rather pleasant to be in the calm of this room now. So I have to say, I was tense. Oof.
Let's get the first set of dishes in.
You know what sucks? Is that the difference between walking up there and walking out there is going to be like the smallest of things. Crazy.
Walking the dishes up to the judges, my heart's just racing. I put every effort and every bit of energy I had into that cook.
Chloe, how was that for you?
Exhilarating. I just don't want to go home. I'm just not ready.
You think you've done enough to stay in the competition?
I'm a perfectionist and I know there's flaws. They weren't as perfect as yours, Nigella, and, you know, it makes me upset.
It's you being hard on yourself.
I knew coming into this competition would be hard, but definitely being away from my family. Like, the last thing my son said to me was that, what happens if you lose? And I was like, I come home. And then he's like, I want you to lose.
I was going to say, I bet your kids want you to come home. He will love you, whatever. You don't need to make your children proud of you, because I'm sure they are proud of you, just like I'm sure you're proud of them. This is about your relationship with yourself. We all tend to be our own, you know, hardest critics.
Yeah.
But there is a point at which it becomes unhelpful. Just sort of be present when you cook. I know that sounds very new age, but that does make a difference.
Yeah.
And I think then maybe you'll enjoy it a bit more.
Thank you so much. And
Thank
you know
you.
what? Your job's done now. It's up to us.
Yeah.
So go on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chloe.
See you, Chloe. Firstly, appearance. Nigella, what do you think?
I think the ruby chocolate cheesecake looks good, and so does the dark chocolate olive oil mousse. The brownies look good, and look, the white chocolate cookie dough pot looks baked.
Right, let's plate them up.
I tell you what, the crumb feels nice on the cheesecake.
Looks nice and thin too.
Yeah.
We're doing little baby quenelles.
Nothing wrong with a gooey brownie, let's be honest.
No, everything right about a gooey brownie.
All right, Nigella, what do you think?
Well, I have to say, I thought the cheesecake was very good. Yeah. I thought the texture was good. I thought the base and sides were really good, smooth, thin. I'd be delighted if I'd made that.
The cheesecake is absolutely
Splendid.
exemplary.
Yeah.
The brownie's got a lovely, nice kind of crunchy,
Yep.
crisp crust. It's fudgy without being undercooked.
And I think the chocolate mousse has got a delicious texture. It's really light, really quite smooth. And I think the cookie dough, it's a nice recipe. It's supposed to be a little gooey.
Gooey is good.
And gooey's good.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. We're mad for cookie dough in my house. Way better than the bloody cookie, I think.
I've made a big mistake with the main part of this dish, which is that perfect bar on that plate. I can't actually put the sponge down into the molds because it's rock hard.
Just breathe, stay focused.
I'm starting to really freak out. I know I have to wait for the mousse to soften enough for me to push the sponge down, and that's going to take a lot of time.
Let's go, Larissa. Come on.
I have absolutely no idea if I have enough time to pull this off.
Come on, Laurie, come on.
I can't just stand there and look at it. Stop putting up-ish.
It's getting to the pointy end of this challenge now. 30 minutes to go. Come on! Come on!
My moulds need to be sprayed. This is really scary, seeing if these are set or not. If these don't come out, I'm gone. I don't have a dish. And it comes out.
Right. Oh, snap. Oh, wow.
Wow. It's shiny and it's set.
Beautiful.
And it's perfect.
That's insane.
Oh,
Steffi.
It looks beautiful.
Isn't that from Tim's freezer? Nah, only joking. Yeah, look at that. Sorry.
Not only am I proud of them, but I'm just so relieved.
Just seeing them come out is, it's a relief. I don't want to go home.
Come on, team. Come on.
Trying to pop my bars out of the mould.
Be gentle, Tim.
Let's go, Tim. The cremo doesn't seem to be set enough. Maybe I added my gelatin too late.
Oh, how are they looking?
I'm just wondering whether it needs longer in the...
What do you reckon, Shannon?
This point of the done, you need to make a decision. Yeah. Because you've taken from this edge, yeah? Yeah. So that's going to be more frozen than the centre. So if that's not ready, they're definitely not ready.
I can't give up. I'll get them back in the blast chiller, give them as long as I can. If that's what needs to happen, that's what's got to happen.
It's time to get these moulds out. Let's go, Bang. Come on.
Just keep moving quickly.
Oh, Ben, that looks so beautiful.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Tiniest in life, mate. They look great.
Oh, I am amazingly surprised that these work so well. Yeah, these are looking good, so I'm pretty happy.
I have no choice right now. Although my molds haven't fully defrosted, I have to put the sponge in and back into that blast chiller. I'm pressing the sponge down into the molds and there is a bit of resistance there, but I'm just forcing it down because I'm so pushed for time. Although I've got my sponge into the molds, I have absolutely no idea if that's enough time to freeze it.
Good on you, Larry.
He guaranteed us we would stuff up the first two, so...
Just have fun.
Go wild.
I'm really excited for this next part. I love working with these spray guns.
Ready, spaghettis?
I'm spraying away and it's actually really technical.
Cool set.
Oh, smells amazing.
They're looking like Shannon's. They're looking really good.
All those years of renovating have come in handy, hey?
Happy? Looking good?
I think it's looking good.
Spraying the chocolate onto the mould, and yeah, I'm actually really happy. You know, some bits have those perfect little chocolate bubbles, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Guys, don't slow down. 20 minutes to go, yeah? Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Only 20 minutes to go, you lot. Bring it home, everyone. Come on, keep going.
It's time now to unravel my chocolate twirls. Magically, it just starts to separate.
Yes. Come on.
And it actually has worked out for me.
Oh, yes. Only need one, right?
That's beautiful.
Woo!
Nice there.
I'm so relieved that those little suckers worked. I was so scared. Now I just got to break them, right?
I carefully take off the sticky tape and I've got these beautiful chocolate ribbons. I didn't think I could do that.
As soon as I start unmolding, I see some bits crack. It's a bit deflating, but I've still got something there.
You got 12 minutes to go.
I've got no choice. I've got to get my bars out. I've got to get them cocoa sprayed or I'm going to have nothing to serve. I start to unmold them.
Yeah, nah.
The cremo's still not set. I'm devastated. But I've got no choice.
Okay, I gotta go.
I've got to plate up.
Well, don't run, mate. Don't run. Okay.
I've got to get these bars sprayed no matter what.
Come on, Larry, get your shit together, girlfriend.
I'm down to the wire. I'm so nervous. My hands are shaking.
Come on, pick your phone once.
I'm feeling so much pressure.
Come on, Larissa.
Go, 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 go. Come on, quick, 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 quick. Yep.
Yeah, Larissa.
I have one bar that's come out cleanly, but I know that I need at least 3 more as a backup.
See if you got one more hard one.
I come to take my second bar out of the mould.
Don't pull it.
It's breaking apart.
Keep it together. Come on, quick, quick, quick.
Third bar.
Careful, careful.
It's worse than the second one.
Nah, it's not firm enough.
There is no hope for the rest of the bars in those moulds.
Got literally like 1.
I'm feeling so gutted at the moment. I only have 1 bar to work with.
I'm a bit worried, Abby.
Perfection! 5 minutes, come on! 5 minutes, guys, come on, you got this.
I have to get this onto the plate without touching it. I'm following exactly what Shannon told me to do, and it's perfect.
Yes. Good one. Nice, Ben. Good work, mate. Well done.
2 minutes to go. Come on, let's go.
Not happy with my bar, but let's focus on the other elements and just make this dish as beautiful as I can. I've piped the purees on.
Come on, Tim. Bring it on now, bring it on.
Get the macerated strawberries on. Sorbet's ready to go. I'll plate that up in front of the judges.
Final touches, 1 minute to go.
I have to really push, and I have to be very delicate. I'm scared that I'm going to drop it on the plate, but I just go very slowly. It hits the plate perfectly. Putting the chantilly on the bar, I'm praying that I'm going to make it in time.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up.
I'm really proud of you guys. You had got some amazing resolve. You never gave up. Well done.
I think that was a great challenge. I honestly thought, Shannon, that at least a couple of them were going to fall over. Are you pleased that you got 4 dishes that are pretty close?
Yeah, I'm really excited for the guys. I'm really, really happy with what they've done.
It was a difficult challenge. Let's get the first dish in.
I'm really proud to present this because it's a beautiful looking dish and I think it's really close to Shannon's. I feel like I've done well, but you just never know in these situations.
I love that smile on your face. Is that what is that? A smile?
That's pride. That's what that is, that's pride, yeah.
I'm sure you've done some really difficult things in your life.
Yeah.
Where does this
I
sit?
have. Oh, look, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And every time I do a cook in this kitchen, I feel stronger and I feel better and I feel like I've achieved something every single time and it's such an exhilarating feeling. It's so much more to me than just cooking. I just love it so much and I want to stay here so badly.
Good stuff. Time to finish the dish off and then we'll toast.
Thanks, Karen.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well done, Steph.
Thank you.
You must be proud.
I am.
Yeah, well done.
We'll taste now, thank you.
Thank you.
Well
Enjoy.
done, Steph.
Thanks very much.
That is absolutely incredible. It's literally identical.
Yeah, it's an amazing effort, that's for sure.
Does it taste as good? That's the big question.
Shannon, what do you think?
I think it's really a fantastic effort. The way it's executed, the sharp corners, the cocoa spray, for me, is the most impressive thing about how Steph finished this dish.
It's very light, very bright, very early. The fruit side of it's great.
It's an incredible effort. What I'm getting is really fruity passion fruit, a sponge that's cooked properly, a mousse that's light, a sorbet that's well executed as well.
And what I'm getting is really like solid flavour of passion fruit, which is absolutely delicious. Like, it's really good. And a very, very pretty dessert. And for somebody that hasn't had a recipe, I challenge a lot of chefs to be able to reproduce a dish that well from memory. And I think this is a really good version.
Right, great start. Let's get the next dish in.
I'm going to make you 2 very simple and very forgiving cakes. Those sort of cakes that when you forget something, leave something out, doesn't really matter. So it's fantastic for cooking at home. The first one is a simple chocolate torte. I've played with lots of different chocolate torte recipes. This is the simplest I've found. It's really just as simple as melting 200 grams of butter with 250 grams of chocolate. I'm going to do that in the microwave, and I'm going to do it in 30-second bursts. So, when I think of Queensland, I think of heat and I think of rum, and this dish combines the 2 things. We've got some spiced rum and we've got some local Queensland chilies. These chili flakes are great because no seeds, but they're not overly dried, so they've still got some of that fruitiness that I think's quite delicious with chili, especially for when we're going to use them for garnish and also within the cake. So, our chocolate is melted. I'm going to drop in raw eggs, so I don't want it to be hot. All we're going to do now is put that to one side and let it cool for 3 minutes. I'm going to drop the eggs in one at a time because in order to incorporate the eggs, if you add them all at once and if they're too cold, they will actually split your chocolate. So we're just going to roughly stir these in little by little, one at a time. Now, this cake can be either eaten warm, you can let it, when it comes out of the oven, leave it for maybe 30 minutes just to firm up a bit, or what I love to do is to let it cool, make it the day before, and it turns into this thick, dense, fudgy rum and chili chocolate cake. Oh, the other thing is, of course, you could just eat half of it warm and have the rest tomorrow. 60 mils of spiced rum, that'll work for both versions. And then 100 grams of sugar, which we're just going to fold in. 30 grams of almond meal, a tablespoon of your preferred flour, plain rice, potato starch, and 1 generous teaspoon of chili. That's going to give you a kind of mild burn. And then all we need to do is just fold in and incorporate the dry ingredients. And then this goes straight into a lined cake tin. We take our cake, we put this 170-degree oven. It'll probably take about 30 minutes. It's done when a skewer comes out clean. So, I'm going to show you microwave pudding. This could be the way to get out of trouble when you've got 15 minutes left in the challenge and you're going, oh my God, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Or it could just be something really nice to feed your family when you get back home. And it's super simple, and it works on that kind of pound cake principle of equal quantities of butter, sugar, and flour. And my favourite thing in all the world, ginger marmalade. Oh, heaven. So, we're using a microwave, so we're going to use 1 glass bowl, heavily buttered. We're now going to, like with any self-saucing pudding, we're going to put some goopy sweet stuff, in this case ginger marmalade, at the bottom. About 150 grams, but really, you know, there's no rule. Spread our ginger marmalade round the base, and we move on to creaming. 115 grams of butter, softened to room temperature, then 115 grams of fine sugar, and then we're going to use our old friend, the hand whisk. And we're also going to throw in the zest of a lime, just because it gives us a bit more flavour, and it's going to work with the ginger beautifully. Obviously, what you're looking for is light and airy. Turn the speed up. And now we're happy. And off. We're now going to fold in 115 grams of flour, nice and gently, you know the process. Cover this with plastic wrap. And then we'll go into the microwave for 4 minutes. While the cake cooks, I'm going to warm up 150 mils of ginger marmalade, 11 grams of lime juice to make it extra decadent. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit it with a little bit more fresh lime juice for brightness, and then about 20 grams of butter. So we'll just warm that up. That's just going to make it a little glossy, a little buttery. We're playing, obviously, the idea of marmalade on toast. And now we're going to have a look at how the microwave pudding is going. That looks pretty good. So, it's got a nice rise. It's puffy, pretty good. We'll need a plate. An extra ginger sauce in the middle. So we want it dribbling all over, because this is a winter pudding. This is, you know, it is a depressing day. Your football team's just lost. And everything seems really bad. And then we're just going to give it a quick garnish. Some of this hard macadamia nuts. Some of that naked ginger. Some limes there, so I've just lightly poached in boiling water just to take out some of the bitterness. And there is 1 microwave steamed pudding with ginger marmalade. It will tighten up slightly, so we're just going to do it.
Oh, that's so jiggly.
It is jiggly, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm liking jiggly. Some vanilla ice cream. Now, I'm going to put some sprinkles on here because you need sprinkles. These sprinkles are gluten-free. So they might look like a biscuit crumb, but they're actually made from roasting skim milk powder or milk powder with butter. You've seen it, and it tastes like the best dark burnt butter. Put some of those on. We know we like crumbs. They're a bit different. Tarty, Derek, up you come.
All right.
Waleed?
Yes. Who's got that? Yeah. Is that my serving here? This one here?
That's a Matt Preston serving. Take that one back. Yeah. That's
Oh,
right,
that's
Judy.
what Waleed really
Waleed,
well.
go back.
Oh. You know I love ginger. You just won my heart.
All right, Tati, take it back. And let's see how, we're going to want to have a look at how this chocolate cake is going.
Come on.
That's about 35 minutes there. Oops, a daisy. I want a skewer to come out pretty clean. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. I don't mind it a bit fudgy. If you're going to eat this hot, leave it for half an hour just to settle down and not be super sizzly hot. But you take them out, unmold them when they're cool. You will end up with this thick, dense, chocolatey puck of goodness. It is super dense, super intense.
Oh, look at that. That's great.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
Hello, Evan.
Delicious.
How are you? Okay, now, what we're going to do, because we live in a world of restraint, tiny slice.
Oh no.
It's very rich, so we'll take a little dollop of creme fraiche or sour cream. Do a little bit more. One end. Some more of those chili flakes just over the top. And there you have my chocolate torte with spiced Queensland rum and Queensland chili. Okay, Anushka, Abby, Larissa.
It's pretty good, isn't it? Oh my God. That is brilliant.
Cake like that for 4 people, you'll have enough. You'll then have enough left over for next day, I'm going to say.